One day it'll make sense. Till that day I gotta pay rent. You know, baby, need some new shoes. Gotta keep some dollars on the statement. Serena with the surf. Who is you what you deserve? Yeah. Who is you what you deserve? Who is you what you deserve? Yeah. Look, I feel like I should just be honest. I'm escaping traumas, trying to.
Even though the Michigan Wolverines got some sad news, they also got great news as well. Donovan Edwards is coming back. He has not declared for the NFL draft, and he will be back this season. And not only that, too, Donovan Edwards really didn't get the ball a lot the way he should have got the ball this season. And I just feel like Michigan went more so to Blake Corum than they did to making sure those guys had the same type of season that they had the year before. Now, every year is a different year, and I understand it. And Blake Corum, who could have went into the NFL last year, decided to come back to Michigan. But at the same time, Blake Corum is always going to be known as being one of the top players for the University of Michigan. Blake Corum had a phenomenal season, broke some records this year. I think he's fourth all time in rushing at Michigan. But I really wanted to see this kid, Donovan Edwards, man. When Donovan Edwards was exploding last year against Ohio State, man, he had those big, heavy runs against Ohio State, man. I wanted to see this kid even more. Followed this kid a little bit as in high school as he played at West Bloomfield, and I knew that Donovan Edwards just was going to be a phenomenal player, man. This dude is one of those guys that can do it all. He can play receiver, he can play running back out of the backfield, and he does both of them well. And coaches even made comments on him saying, like, man, if he was our receiver, he would probably be one of the best receivers on the team. Donovan Edwards is a special talent, man. And I wish that he would have got a more of an opportunity to get the ball in his hands this year. And I know, even in that interview that Donovan Edwards had, he said he was frustrated this year. And sometimes you do get frustrated when you're a number 2 running back and you're backing up somebody else, and then your number doesn't get called as much and somebody else is playing before you. Because at times, sometimes Michigan would put in other running backs instead of putting in Donovan Edwards. Donovan Edwards is big time, man. To me, he's the most explosive running back that I've seen at Michigan for a very, very long time. I haven't seen an explosive running back like Donovan Edwards since the days of Tyrone Wheatley playing at Michigan. And that goes back a little bit even farther. So, Blake Corum definitely is a good kid, man. And I wish Blake Corum all the most success going into the NFL. Him and J.J. McCarthy, as they decided to take their talents into the NFL draft. I can't wait to see what Donovan Edwards is going to do for Michigan next year. I don't know who's going to be the quarterback, if it's going to be Alex Orji or is it going to be the kid Jaden Davis. I don't know which guy is going to get the call to be the starting quarterback, but I know that the running back situation is going to be taken care of with Donovan Edwards, man. I can't wait to see how explosive this kid is going to be in the backfield, man. Donovan Edwards is one of the most exciting players in college football, and you love to watch this kid run the football, man, because he's explosive. He can do it all, whether it's catching out of the backfield or whether it's running long runs out of the backfield. Donovan Edwards is probably definitely right now, he's my favorite Michigan player, and I can't wait to see this kid get back on the gridiron to be able to lead Michigan going forth. I wish he would have had more of an opportunity this season, but he did not get it. And sometimes, you just got to look at it, lick your chops, and just come out the next year and just come out balling. So he decided, instead of going into the NFL, he decided to just come back for another season. I think that that's the right decision by him, because the more body of work that you have on film, the more scouts are able to look at you and know how to utilize you. He's one of those guys that can do it all, from catching out of the backfield to running the football, and even lining out in the slot or even going outside. Donovan Edwards can do it all. And it's going to be nice, man, being able to see this kid finally get his opportunity. All these years that he's been at Michigan and he's been a backup guy. And I think if he was gone anywhere else, man, he probably would be a starter. There's no doubt about it. But playing behind Blake Corum, who's one of the top running backs in college for the last 2 seasons, You got to get in where you fit in. So this year it's going to be all about Donovan Edwards, man, and I can't wait to see what Michigan is going to do. I still think Michigan is going to be a good football program, whether or not Jim Harbaugh decides to return to the team or not. I still think that Michigan has the talent and they're headed in the right direction. And this is what you want to see, man. You want to see these guys get better. Michigan finally winning a national title in 2024. Excited to what's going to happen from beyond this point. But I really want to see what Donovan Edwards is going to look like this season. I think that Donovan Edwards is going to be box office. And I think that this kid is going to show everybody that he was one of the best running backs at Michigan. He's going to have to do it in one single season, but I think that he's going to prove to a lot of people that he was one of the best running backs at Michigan, even though he got his opportunity late. I think he'll make the most of it. But leave it in the comment section. If you think that Donovan Edwards is going to have an explosive year for Michigan, what do you think Donovan Edwards is going to do? Because he will be returning to Michigan. All right, you guys, I'm out of here. And as well, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll be back. I'm out of here. Peace.